It's a beautiful day out here today. It's a beautiful day out here today. This that the Most High has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Just here, just thinking about refocus. Um, not a lot of people, knows, um, when they're alone or when they're going through things, where to go to or who to go to get refocused, get back in line. Um, because, we know that, humankind will tell you stuff. They will promise you stuff. They'll make you promises. But, a lot of time those are empty promises. But whose promises are always true, always come true. The Most High. The Most High, the Creator. And when you find yourself in those dark places, in those places where you feel like, I'm alone, I'm going through this alone, nobody understand, nobody hear my cry. He understand. He hears your cry. So when it's to that point where you feel like, it doesn't matter. Why? Why do I still, want to go through this thing called life when it's so hard? Don't let your mind play tricks on you. If you can hear the sound of my voice right now, if you woke up this morning, that's half the journey, man. The Creator can turn any situation around. Once you have life, you got hope. No matter what you're going through, no matter what sickness, what financial turmoil, no matter what obstacle you're facing right now, what headache, what problems that, maybe you may be facing, as long as you got life, you got a chance, you got hope, And, when you're in that dark place, when you're in that place where you feel like you're all alone, if you're walking with the Most High, if you know the Most High, you're never alone. You're never alone. Talk to Him and be honest with Him. We all know this, man. Most mankind, the majority, we're evil. We're wicked. We're evil. We're wicked. We make promises that we can't keep, and we lie. We lie for no reason. And, these are the things that sometimes, like get a lot of people down, because of the lies and all the deceptions, all the backbiting and, what I mean, all those evil things, it can get you down. It's a beautiful day. I'm out here enjoying the fresh air, listening to whatever that sound is. Airplanes flying by, vehicles bustling down the street. Somebody was just cutting their yard with the lawnmower somewhere. Just out here enjoying the creation of the Creator. Don't let life get you down, man. Don't let your problems get you down. All right. Just rise above it, man. Just rise above it and know that, the Most High is in control. And if you don't know Him, I'm going to encourage you. Yeah, you I'm talking to. If you don't know Him, get to know Him. All right? And, when you get to know Him, just ask Him to lead and guide you, man. Ask Him to lead and guide you. And don't let mankind tells you this or tell you that when the Most High is leading you. Don't listen to them. They're going to come at you. I mean, you guys all seen it, lies become truth and truth become lies and all the deception. And hey, look at this hand here, but then the next hand behind, have a big knife in your back. That's mankind, man. That's most mankind. So Don't. You're in this alone. You're in this alone, but you're not alone. If you're walking with the Most High. When you find yourself in those dark places, guys, those places where you're like, why me? Or I'm alone and I'm not worthy, or whatever it is that may be going through your mind. Um, emancipate yourself from it. You know, like the great legend Bob Marley said. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but herself can free your mind. Free your mind. Free your mind from mental slavery. Don't let your mind confuse you, especially when, you know, society, try to brainwash you. And they are. They're doing a very good job at it if you allow them to. And that's why you got to find a way to isolate your mind, isolate yourself from certain things. There's a lot of things that me personally used to do that I don't do no more. And I found out that it's great for my health. It's great for my health and for my mental well-being. It's also good. The things you listen to, the things you watch, it does affect you guys. So if you don't believe it, just try isolate yourself. If for example, if you get yourself caught up in, okay, let's put this one out there, because ever since I got sick, I haven't taken a drink. And I can tell you that I feel a lot better. I feel much better. So let's start with that. Let's say you drink heavily and you say to yourself, hey, I'm gonna try something for, let's say, 2 weeks. All right, and then see what that does to your mind and to your body. All right, and let's say you go extreme and you say, okay, I used to watch a lot of filth, and TV or whatever, and you say, okay, let me start watching that and see what that does for you. You're gonna feel a lot better. You're probably gonna rest a lot better too. You will rest a lot better. Again, I'm not a doctor here, guys. I'm just sharing with you guys what I've done, what I've been doing, and I see the results. So sometimes we just gotta refocus. Some of the things that we know we aren't not to do, and we still do it. You gotta be strong. And tell yourself, I don't care what the 99 is doing. If I'm the one, out of the 100 is not, and I'm doing the right thing, I'm okay with it. I don't care about the noise. At this time, guys, you can't let the noise get to you. And what happened is when the noise start getting to you and they start making that noise, if you know what I'm talking about, read between the lines here. They have an audience. That audience is gonna come as well, and the attack is gonna be vicious. But don't let that get you down. Don't let that get you down. You gotta stand your ground. You gotta stand your ground. You gotta stand firmly. You gotta stand firmly in the Most High. Stand firmly in His words. Let that be your anchor. Let that be your foundation that you're standing on, knowing that as long as you got Him, that's all you need, because they're gonna come at you. They're gonna come hard. All right, they're gonna come hard, and you're gonna feel defeated. If you're not walking with the Most High. So why not walk with Him and let Him fight for you? Because He already have the victory. We're just going through this phase. But the victory has already happened, man. We know the end result. I mean, they're just showing you all these things, and if you don't know, I get it. But once that veil is removed from your eye and you start seeing certain things, you understand that a lot of these things are gaslight. They're gaslighting you with it, and just don't get caught up in it, guys. If you know what I'm saying here, don't get caught up in it. Just trust the Most High and live, and stay strong in the Most High and refocus your mind, and don't let the system, get you down. Don't let your problems get you down. Just find the Most High, seek Him while He may be found. Don't wait till it's too late. Because we don't know what tomorrow is gonna bring. All right, but today, this moment, you're in the sound of my voice. You know what you ought to do. If you don't know the Most High, get to know Him, man. Get to know Him, and walk in His will, do His laws and His statutes, And don't let nobody tell you, oh, this is new time, the commandment, the laws. We don't let, man, read your Bible for yourself, please. Yeah, I've done it all. I've done it, been to several different denominations and all of these stuff. And, there's always like an emptiness, and you never know like why you had that emptiness, but it all makes sense. There was a lot of things that, you have so many questions, and, there was no really solid answers. There was like a roundabout answers that you get from, the so-called, people who are leading. And these are people I look up to, people I respect. Sometimes I look back, I'm like, did they know? Or, are they just as blind? Or did they know and they're just part of the deception? Because at the end of the day, guys, read between the lines. It's a lot of deception going on out here. And, from top, all the way up top, all the way down, there's a lot of deception. And that is why, as people go through life and you choose to walk close with the Most High, a lot of things going to happen, A lot of things going to happen, but you got to stay strong. You got to stay the course. You got to stay the course and, get through this journey, and fight the good fight. All right. Be encouraged, guys. Be encouraged and stay positive. Refocus your mind and be uplifted, regardless of what's going on. The fact that you're hearing the sound of my voice is a blessing. And, tomorrow is not promised. So if you don't know the Most High, let it be today that you seek him and you find him. All right, and you walk in his will and his statute. Okay? Peace and blessings.